got a welded diff.
Welded diff.
Blown 62 is his license plate. There's some good spots over here. Should I U it?
Yeah, go for it. Whoa. Bye.
This is what puts the falls in Chagrin Falls. Nobody here for a Saturday. Supposed to rain all day, didn't. Got 2 yards done. Now we get a little bit of playtime. Oh, by the way, it's Luke's birthday. Happy birthday, Luke. Happy 24, bro.
Ryan Ford.
Oh, this is Ryan Porn. Oh, you're getting all the water out of your ew. It's an M6 in Singapore. Yep. Day in the life of the cat. 2:03 a.m. Tonight was awesome. So we went up to Chagrin Falls this afternoon. We had nothing to do. It was supposed to rain all afternoon and never did. So we jumped in the M5, checked the weather, jumped in the M5, went up to Chagrin Falls, kind of just walked around, checked out the falls, didn't even go in any stores, no shopping, no wasted money. And they have a Flipside there. Flipside's the burger place here in Hudson. They've got one in Hudson, Ohio, one in Westlake, Olmsted Falls, North Olmsted, wherever Crocker Park is. And then another one in Chagrin Falls, and then the one in Breckenridge, Colorado. And I've eaten in every location except for the one just west of Cleveland. So that's kind of the only one. And I might be wrong with that. I think it's Three Palms that's up there, not Flipside. Maybe there's only 3 Flipside locations. Anyways, we went there for dinner. It was fantastic. Came back here. There was a concert in town. They were pretty terrible. We gave them 10 minutes of time, got some ice cream, walked around, and came back here. Kenan popped in tonight for a little bit. Usual stuff. Otherwise, that was Saturday. I mowed 2 lawns, got both across the street done, made some cash, so that was nice. And I am very tired now. Oh, M5's broken too. Every car in this family is broken. This car is cranking a really long time to start. It cranks quickly, so it doesn't sound like a bad battery to me. And then when it starts, it still has that really airy whooshing sound. If it weren't 2 a.m., I'd start it and let you hear it. But it's kind of like a right after it starts. I thought it was an exhaust leak. We've had 2 places totally examine the exhaust, and with the exception of a rusting out charcoal canister, which isn't the cause of it, it's something in the front under the hood. They said the exhaust is totally fine. I don't know if it's a starter motor bearing that until it lets go of the flywheel is making a whooshing noise or something like that, but it's going to need service very soon, and it just got an oil change. So I guess it's kind of broken. The 330's got a bum axle. The 355 in San Diego had an alternator failure. Just got a new alternator that's been fixed. The E60 is leaking oil from somewhere in the front, minorly. The Civic had a busted motor mount, $454 freaking at the dealer for a motor mount. There's 5 bolts. They could only put 4 of them down. They said the 5th one's rusted out and they can't fix it. That's nice. So I think they should have multiplied the price of that service by 0.8. If they can only do 80% of the work, I should only pay for 80. My dad and parents should only pay for 80% of the cost, but no, that's not how they work. And now the M5, I get in it today, drive it all the way up there, drive it back, probably got 40 miles on it today, pull it in the garage right before I turn it off, boom, surprise drift mode, trifecta. That's the DSC, brake, and ABS lights, and then your DSC and ABS become inactive. So I turned it off, started it again, drove it, none of those systems work, and it didn't go back off. So I plugged in INPA, pulled up the the DSC module, DSC3 or DSC5 or whatever it is, and there is an open circuit fault on the front left wheel speed sensor, which is the wheel carrier that was replaced not 300 or 500 miles ago. This whole carrier assembly up here was removed and reinstalled, which would mean, I believe, that the speed sensor would have been unscrewed and removed from the hub and then reinstalled. And every wheel speed sensor on this car, to the best of my knowledge, in all service documents dating back to the 1,200 mile inspection that was completed in the year 2000, all of those speed sensors are original. So that's 196,300 miles or whatever it is. all original sensors. So I reset it, drove it again, it came back. Reset it again, drove it a little bit ago and didn't come back. So I'm just gonna assume it's a bad sensor. I figured out that the OE supplier of that sensor is VDO/Siemens. So I purchased a new one from FCP Euro. It was $69, got a new Philister head screw as well. And I'll pop that in whenever it shows up, and hopefully it doesn't come back. If it does after a new sensor, that pretty much means it's my ABS module, in which case I would remove the module, send it to somewhere online. There's a bunch of services ranging from $90 to $500 to rebuild it. I would probably pay a little more and go with Module Masters. They seem to be the ones, the name of the game in this industry, to rebuild modules. So I'd let them do that. A new ABS module is probably $3,000 to $5,000. I don't know, I haven't looked into it. It's probably ridiculous, and I'm not even gonna consider that. So I would just rebuild it and put it back in. If it needs that. Hopefully a new speed sensor would fix that issue though. Maybe even cleaning it. Sometimes you can take them out. I don't know if you spray them with brake cleaner or what. It's a pretty normal issue. The 540s always seem to have this issue really early, like pre-100,000 miles. I'm at 196 and it's just throwing lights now, so we'll see. Keep an eye on it. So the 330 I haven't heard. It's supposedly getting a new axle. Maybe I'll hear on Monday if they've got it, what it's gonna be, when I'm gonna have it back. In the meantime, we're rocking the M again, which is kind of fun. Anyways, I'm at 5:24. I didn't realize that. This is not supposed to be a 6-minute clip. That's the majority of the vlog. I don't like it. I'm talking 100 miles an hour and I'm ready for bed. I will talk to you guys tomorrow on Sunday. I think Megan and I are gonna go to the pool, sun's out, buns out for a while, then come back here and have a nice quiet night, maybe watch some House of Cards, or we're done with House of Cards, watch some Suits or something like that and have a bottle of wine and do whatever. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow on Sunday. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. Good night.